everyone, I'm sure you know what an egg yolk is. So I'm going to share with you my yolk. No, I'm not going to crack an egg, but I'm going to tell you how you can be a good disciple in this modern day. And hopefully this sermon is nutritious to your spiritual soul. Jesus had 12 disciples when he was here on earth. When he called them, they immediately left their everyday lives and dedicated themselves to follow him. When he was about to go back to heaven, Jesus commissioned the disciples to go and make new disciples. So Jesus considers us to be his modern day disciples. But how are we supposed to follow Christ if he is not even here? Did Jesus make a mistake? Absolutely not. My job is to let you know that it is possible to be a virtual disciple. The first way to be a virtual disciple can be found in Deuteronomy 13:4. And it says, "You shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him, and keep his commandments and obey his voice, and you shall serve him and hold fast to him." This text emphasizes the importance of following God's commandments and serving others. This sounds exactly like what the disciples did as they followed Jesus. So far, being a virtual disciple is not very different from being a regular disciple. Before Jesus went back to heaven, he promised to send us the Helper, which is the Holy Spirit. As Jesus ascended, the Holy Spirit descended. Now he is the replacement of Jesus' presence here on earth. I'm sure you guessed that the Holy Spirit has something to do with being a virtual disciple. Well, Galatians 5:25 says, "If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit." Walking in the Spirit means that we listen to and follow what the Holy Spirit inspires us to do. So what does this have to do with being a virtual disciple? Well, Romans 8:14 says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, these are the children of God." God considers anyone who obeys his commands and serves him as his children. That sounds exactly like what a disciple does. So, we can safely say that following the Holy Spirit is equal to following Jesus or being a disciple. The third and final way that you can be a virtual disciple can be found in 1 Peter 2:21-23. And it says, "For to this you were called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that you should follow his footsteps, who committed no sin, nor was deceit found in his mouth, who when he was reviled did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but committed himself to him who judges righteously." The ultimate way we can be virtual disciples is to follow Jesus' example. Following Jesus does not have to mean walking behind him physically. We can follow Jesus with our behavior. And when others look at us, they should be able to tell that we are with Christ because of our actions. Our life can be a witness and can encourage others to become disciples as well. This is how we carry out the Great Commission. So you see, being a virtual disciple is not hard at all. Actually, it is very similar to being a physical disciple. All you have to do is to follow God's commands, listen to the Holy Spirit, and follow Jesus' example. That's it. Now the main question is, are you a dedicated disciple of Jesus? Your answer should be, "I will follow thee. I will follow thee. I will follow thee wherever thou dost lead." Remember, follow Jesus.